Hello, lovely Virgos. How are you doing today? What I've got for you so far, I've got a few funny things. The first thing they showed me was a cactus, like a very small, like a really small, like desk, like a kind of desk cactus. I don't know if that has any relevance to you. If I was going to talk about that metaphorically, it's very, very spiky, but it holds on to water. So, kind of getting Cancerian energy from it, where it's like, kind of like prickly. I don't know why Cancer's coming up in so many readings at the moment. Prickly kind of surface, a bit defensive, and but actually having quite a squidgy inside, a lot of emotions there. So somebody could be being a little bit prickly at the moment, a little bit defensive. There are a lot of emotions under the surface, I want to say, which kind of ties back into Leo's reading. It's funny with the spillover. Yes, then I was getting kind of like something very smoky. Like, I don't know if you've been in a smoky environment, perhaps you do smoke, or it's like joss sticks, or it just reminds me of being in, I grew up in a pub and being in the pub and everybody smoking cigarettes, and it being like that kind of, and also having things like, like fog machines, or maybe it's a fog machine. It's just like the air's very smoky. I don't know what that is, but maybe something will come out in the cards. Then I was getting this kind of like, it's just like a thickness to the air, or a thickness to the environment, or your aura, or something. Because it was almost like it was like I was in this viscous liquid, which I feel like you've had before. And a bit like, when you're in the bath or the swimming pool and you're underwater, and so the actual the texture around you is like water, it's thick, but then thicker than air. And then it's like if music was playing or if someone was talking to you, it's kind of like mumbled, like the muffled sound, but it's coming through this almost like pulse. So again, it could be like listening to water with a big bass, listening to music with like a big bass, and you can feel those vibrations through the water, or like kind of like a baby in the tummy, but I was the baby, so we were the baby. Virgo is what I want to say. It's like we were suddenly back in the womb, with that protective fluid around us, hearing the mother's heartbeat and our own heartbeat. So something perhaps to do with like mother, or being protected, or feeling safe perhaps, but also feeling quite heady with the smokiness. It's like a headiness, almost like sleep, like in a sleep state. So I mean, that could be certain things. I don't want to kind of imply anything, but if that's what you're up to, that's what you're up to. The song that randomized for you was The Boys of Summer by the Ataris. I do feel like what I'm getting through immediately is like there's some kind of disconnect between you and another person. Again, with this kind of smokiness, this haziness, it's like somebody's in a different environment to you. It's funny, I keep getting this metaphor of bubbles in this set of readings, where it started right away in Aries' reading, where it's like our own aura, our own bubble, our own experience, and when that melds with other people, and when those separate, you can share energy, or you can build your defenses up. So I feel like there's almost like this protection again with the cactus and things. It's like this protection of your own emotional space, where you feel safe. But perhaps this is you, and perhaps this is somebody that you're connecting with, and you're finding it hard to reach them because they're in this bubble. And the Boys of Summer as well, it's the Atari's version, so it could be like something to do with computer games. Maybe somebody's just playing computer games. It's hard to get into their world. It's they're so focused on what they're doing, it's hard to get their attention back. That song as well, The Boys of Summer, there's a lot of stuff that I could pull out of that, but mostly it's this perhaps disconnect with somebody, or somebody else is really, really busy, like their time is being spent elsewhere. So you're kind of waiting patiently for them to return, or saying like, I don't know if it's misplaced, Virgo. I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to see what happens when I pull cards for you. Next Saturday. That's too much. We've got creation, water, depth, lake. Yeah, look at all this. Movement, speed, and beginnings east. What have we got here? 29, 31, 42, and 3. Any of those could be relevant numbers, perhaps ages, birthdays, something like that. Yeah, definitely with this water energy, creation and depth. It feels like somebody's really in their own space. It's like they're in their own emotional, like, world, their own emotional energy, and it's hard to connect with them. I want to say that they are communicating, but perhaps they're communicating in a way, I mean, this could be you. Somebody's communicating from some kind of emotional space. It could even be somebody who's passed over, like an ancestor, a spirit guide. I'm just, the white birds is sort of saying to me, this is like messages from spirit. This person's receiving or sending messages via spirit, via the ethers, right? Through the emotional network, right? That kind of telepathy. But I feel like they're very, very deep in it. Now, again, it could be somebody who's like in some kind of deep sleep, or perhaps it's some kind of medication that's making this person very inward. Water and light, very emotional. Again, straight away with the cactus. That's what I was getting, like the inside is water. And then you have movement and speed. Can you see these okay? I've moved my camera a little bit closer so you can get like detailed look at the details of the cards. I feel like this is going to be one of those funny readings, Virgo. It's a little bit out there, but the white of this lady's dress and her hair, and the white of this lady's dress here, it feels a little bit like astral projection. Like, the way this person's communicating is on a different field to what everybody else is doing. They're using a different network, you know. Movement and speed. It's like they look like they're doing nothing. They're giving me Madonna ray of light. It's like this person looks like they're resting, they look peaceful, they're meditating. Now, it doesn't have to be literally astral travel, right? They look like they're still, they look like they're not doing anything, they look like there's no movement there. But in their inner world, there's a lot of movement and speed there. It's like this person's traveling like light years. Now, it could be, again, in this person's dream space, or it could be something to do with, excuse me, I'm so sorry. It's like they're I want to say it's something to do with like imagination or creativity, or like they're visualizing something. You could be dealing with the Pisces. It's this rich, textured inner landscape, this rich, emotional inner landscape. It could be Cancer, could be Pisces. Generally, water signs are like this, Scorpio as well. There's a lot going on there, emotionally under the surface. I don't know how they're presenting. It's like I'm hearing they're on a different wavelength to you. So there is action being taken towards a new beginning, a new start, a fresh start. The sun rises in the east, so it's like there's information coming in, or I'm noticing kind of the plan. It's like this is the sun rising, and it's bringing in this new plan, new dawn, new day. I'm just going to make notes of the songs that I'm getting through, because that's a few I've got there now. New dawn. So new dawn, new day, new life. New day, new life. And what was the other one that I said? Ray of Light by Madonna. Ray of Light. It's like ushering in the new wave, right? Music. So it could be that this person connects with music very, very well. It's and joy as well. It's like there is joy here, or this person finds joy in the landscape. They could really enjoy either expressing themselves through music, or perhaps music helps them to connect to this inner world. Again, with this kind of, do you see this kind of white energy that's flowing through them and around this? So it's something to do with their soul. But again, with this attraction, magnetism, there's something that they're pulling in through doing this. They're pulling in something, and it's a new, some kind of new phase, I want to say. Okay, Saturday. What else was I going to say? Just like, it's like they're issuing or ushering in the future. I want to say this is the past. You see these cities, it's like dark, it's dull, it's like this is the past, this is done, it's over. This is like the bright future, and this person's moving towards that bright future, but they're doing it, it's like before it shows up in the 3D reality. It's something that's happened internally with this person, perhaps through the dream space, or perhaps through meditation, or perhaps even through fantasizing, or even doing things that help them to connect to their ability to fantasize and dream and be taken out of the 3D reality. So for some it is like computer games. Owl, wisdom. Yeah, it's like this energy and this energy. Do you see as well? It's like the birds are bringing in the wisdom. And they're both wearing these white dresses. There's a real connection between these two cards. This is kind of like Athena energy. It is kind of quite Virgoan energy. I would also say Libra with wisdom and owl. It's kind of like that kind of justice energy. So yeah, Virgo, Libra. Scorpio as well, I think, with the owls and this kind of intuitiveness. Do you see how she's receiving the white bird? I really feel like there is some kind of spiritual or psychic link here between these two characters. I feel like here's the Moana grandmother type person who's sending the birds, sending the messages, a spirit guide who's sending these pieces of wisdom or pieces of information, and here's the person, it could be you, Virgo, receiving the information. It's like that wisdom is coming in. You see the plan here as well. Here's the plan. This person, you see I was talking about the plan here. I don't know if you can see this very clearly. There's like a symbol, like symbols on this card in that light. It's like the divine plan. This person who's, I want to say this person's in spirit, or they're connected. The connection is spiritual. They're sending the plan. And then this person is like, here's the plan here. Can you see the schematics? Like this person's receiving the plan. They're receiving the wisdom. They're receiving the inspiration. It's like, I've been reading about something called Christ consciousness. And it's apparently a pure white light or something like that. Excuse me, I'm sorry about the burping. I want to say if I'm burping a lot, it's something to do with the lower chakras. I know that sounds like a cop-out, but I want to say it's probably the second or third chakra. So not the root chakra, but the sacral chakra or the solar plexus chakra. So that might be something for somebody to look into. Peace Gorilla. Yeah, it feels like... Who got the Anunnaki reading? It was Taurus. It feels like a similar thing. It's normally when I get messages like this, they sound completely out of the box, right? They sound crazy, and then when they actually show up for me, it's something a lot more mundane, because the messengers come from, you know, beyond, if you want to say, from above, from beyond, from something that isn't tangible and 3D and real. And I want to say that when things happen in our 3D reality, they happen first in the divine plan, in the ethers, in the, you know, the whatever happens above, in the 4D, the 5D, and then it filters down and it becomes something more mundane, more tangible, less angelic and out there. But what I'm getting from this gorilla card, which has a lovely story about taking ownership of your own actions and understanding that sometimes when you're challenged by other people, you don't have to have some kind of, you don't have to fight, you know, you can choose to have a show of strength that is peaceful. You can take a more a higher ground, if you like. But I'm kind of getting from this card today, and I have seen another reader doing this, so I want to say that this is not my original concept. It was probably Santara or Awakening to Spirit. I've once seen this card described as like, this is like the aliens, or this is God, or this is like our spirit guides, you know, and they're watching our world burn. They're watching the things that we do to the things that don't work. You know, I'm just seeing again with this smoke and soot. Can you see, like, it's like these buildings are like soot covered, and here's like fire or soot or something. It's like we're not treating the planet as we should be treating it. You know, there's the carbon, maybe the carbon footprint, something like that. And so it's like we're being watched, right? We're being watched by, see the similarity of these two cards with like the bigger presence that's watching the smaller presence. Like we're being watched from above, I want to say, from something that is higher, something that is trying to communicate, something that is trying to send us messages. And I want to say it's protective. I want to say it's trying to help. It's quite new. It's watching. It's neutral. It's like it's not going to come in here and fix everything for us, but we're getting messages that are trying to improve us as humanity, is how I want to say it. I don't know how to ground this reading. It's very very spiritual reading, I want to say. My crown chakra is going crazy as well. It feels like somebody tickling across the front of my head. It's funny as well, she's got all these like plants here as well, like these daisies on her head. Like that's kind of how it feels. It's like tickling. Boundaries. Yeah, Aries had this. And faith as well. I don't know, she just seems pregnant. You know, she seems to be holding a stomach. Again, somebody could be pregnant. 31 there. Do we have 31 twice now? Yeah, 31, 31. 12 there. Somebody could be pregnant, but I feel like this is the birth of a new age, like the birth of a new dawn, a new day, a new age for humanity. And it is guided by, there's even this kind of, you know, you can see it's not on every single moon. It's not on the moon on this card. So I feel like there's definitely something with this kind of, this blueprint energy. There is something higher. There is something trying to manifest on Earth. There is something that we're being guided to, and it's perhaps the birth of a new world. And here you have this kind of embryo again, which came out in Aries' reading, you know, our own bubble. Like, it's driving me mad with this tickling on my head. You know, we're all in our little sacks, you know, we're all being birthed into. It's like, this is the, oh, that's a funny one. This is like, this isn't even us. This is like, I've even wrote galaxy and I didn't say it. I'm going to show you my really, really scruffy notes here. Like, I haven't even wrote clearly, but I've wrote galaxy. Can you see that? And I didn't say it at the start of the reading. And here you've got this kind of like, that's what I've seen, this kind of like galaxy. It's like, this is that higher presence. This is the higher, you know, this watching energy, this higher energy, I feel is what's birthing us. And it's got boundaries, faith and boundaries. What a funny reading you've got, Virgo. Feels like greater good, connecting to source, seeing yourself as being part of something bigger, right? Being part of the bigger plan. 29. Let's read water and creation. Flow forward with grace and confidence. Be true to your emotions. Do not allow yourself to become stagnant in your ways. Creation is your birthright. Consider what is vital to your happiness and ensure that you seek it. So there's definitely something being birthed or created, and it's coming from an emotional place and also like divinely guided. I want to say that whatever you're creating or birthing, it could be writing a piece of music, it's like it's for the good of humanity. You can talk about people like you know, John Lennon, and imagine all the people, you know, songs that really reach out and touch people and impact humanity in brilliant ways. You know, we can look back on this with a critical eye, but at the time, you know, something like Geldof's Do They Know It's Christmas Time, right? Live Aid, and you know, the impact that had and the humanity that was around that at the time, you know, people trying to do good things. And again, we can look back at that with a critical eye, but it's almost like, you know, sometimes I think people really do it's almost like right place in right time. It's like the universe just synchronizes things to have someone in the perfect position when they can release something creative into the world. And it is maybe partly divinely channeled. I know that I don't know if it was Bob Marley or it's funny to get the two confused. I can't remember if it was Bob Marley or oh, I can't think of his name now. Lenny Kravitz. I know they're very different people. But one of them said about one of his songs, and I can't, if I can find it, I'll put it in the description box down below. But it was like, I just did it in a frenzy. I did it in a fever, and it was like I was channeling. You know, it's like it was given to me from something higher. And this song turned into something like incredible. So I do think, what is creation? What is divine inspiration? You know, where do ideas come from? I think sometimes it's like the universe just puts all the cogs into position, all the ducks in a row, and something's born and something's created that has a huge impact, or at least it influences the right people at the right time to do something better or make some sort of change. Like, you don't know, you could release a piece of music and you don't know who's going to be inspired by that, and you don't know what they're going to go and do because you wrote that song or said what you said, or you know, how you inspired them. And it may have been nothing to you, it may have just been a throwaway comment, but to them it's got such an important meaning, or it just gives them the spark of inspiration that goes on for them to do something wonderful. Like, everyone's important, and it can just be one moment in our life, one thing that we do, our 5 minutes of fame, but it inspires the next big thing, you know. Speed. Savor the experiences of your life. Be mindful and aware of the speed in which you do activities such as eating and working. Do not waste time, but understand the discernment of taking quality time. So that comes back to what I've had for the past few weeks for Virgo. Just don't overwork, you know, work, rest and play. It's all important. Again, you know, if you're writing a jobs list for yourself, factor in rest time, factor in time to do yoga, time to meditate, time to sleep. All these things are vital because it restores you. It restores you emotionally. You know, if you've not slept, you're going to be on an emotional roller coaster. So self-care should be part of your plan for your life, Virgo. I can't emphasize that enough. Like, you may be doing too much. But I'm also getting this kind of like somebody working in a kind of fever dream, where it's like all of a sudden they've got this inspiration. It's like scribbling down notes, or, you know, creating something in kind of like a frenzied fever is what I'm kind of getting. Do not take the shallow alternative. Dive deep. Do the research. Do not cut corners. You may not be seeing the whole picture, so take your time with the decision. Again, I feel like Taurus has something like that about do it the hard way. You know, do it the hard way that's going to have the big payoff, not the cheap and quick way. Beginnings East. Worry not. A new dawn is breaking. New dawn. Somebody had a new dawn, a new day, a new life. Somebody else had, I want to say new dawn is twilight, because this other thing that I said, which I can't remember what it was at the time, but I looked it up and it was one of the name of one of the Twilight films or books. And I swear New Dawn was as well. It's funny, it's come up in 2 readings now. Worry not, a new dawn is breaking. Let go of the old and embrace the new. Flow forward without heaviness or anxiety. New ways of being are calling to you. Speak up with a clear voice. Do not resist change. And Peace Gorilla for... No, that's Owl. Peace Gorilla, what are you in? Are you in this book? No, you can't be in that book. I'm so confused. What number's that? Oh, it's number 1. Why did I think it was number 4? It's funny because I opened it on Owl. Maybe they want me to read Owl first. Open your eyes and see what is really there. Look for the whole truth, as you may only be seeing part of the whole. That said that as well. You're not seeing the bigger plan. You're not seeing the bigger picture. You're only seeing a small part of it. So you need to open your eyes and see from a higher plane of perspective. See yourself like in the role of the observer, right? Through experience, we can gain the wisdom to not make the same mistakes again. Develop your learning and intelligence, as education is never wasted. Negotiation is better than attack. Right, 2 cards here. Choosing peace. Negotiation is better than attack. Being the peacemaker. Okay. To seek or negotiate for peace is a position of strength, not of weakness. I mean, I'm Libra, so damn right. Choose peace rather than war. Strong leaders lead by example. The greatest kind of strength involves restraint. Do not judge a book by its cover. You've got that twice there, and you're not seeing the bigger picture. So going back to Leo's reading and controlling anger and channeling it properly, I feel like it's coming into play again here. 31. Worm Moon, fertility and abundance now return. Things will get better. Growth has started. Hold on to your dreams in adversity. I know all will be well. It says companion stone or metal, lapis lazuli, which I'm going to get you a crystal at the end of the reading, so hold on for that. 12. Boundaries. Judging what you need and what you don't allows you to place healthy boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. Judge what is healthy and right for you with clarity and care. I said Claire last time as well. I can say yes or no with authenticity and clarity. Solid dose of Libra at the end of this reading. You know, the Justice card in the tarot is coming through strongly there. Queen of Swords, like strong boundaries, taking back your energy, I want to say, nurturing yourself. Feels like somebody's protected by angels. It's almost like this bubble is like being protected, like in, it's like this is the guardian angels, this is spirit, and like they've got their arms wrapped around you, and it's almost as though you're being kept like a fetus, right? Like a newborn baby, like in a, it's definitely protective energy around somebody, and it's from this like higher celestial energy that's coming through in your reading. So tell me about this higher energy. Tell me about this watcher, observer. It could be the higher self, your own higher self. Ace of Earth. Yeah, there's something new coming in. There is something like this is the plan. This is the plan being put on the table. Like the Ace of Earth is the Ace of Pentacles. It's an offer, it's an opportunity, but it's solid, it's grounded. This is the plan coming in. There's something coming in. Something coming in. There's the Emperor as well. Tell me about the person. Tell me about the person who's being cocooned here. Who's the person in the cocoon? Who's the person in the fetus? Who's the person being protected? Devil energy. Capricorn energy. I feel like somebody could be being protected from, I mean, if the angels are protecting you, then you're being protected from devil-like energies, right? Protected from temptation. Protected from taking action or communicating. with something toxic. Tell me about the toxic energy. Tell me about the devil energy. What is this person being protected from? It's in the reverse. 8 of Air. Yeah, somebody's being protected by the universe. Somebody's trapped. Somebody's unreachable at this time. But like the only energy that can get through to this person is the messages from the divine itself. It's the messages from the protector itself. Anything that's lower vibrational, this person's being protected from. What is the movement? What's the 8 of Fire and the speed and movement? What is 8 of Fire and speed and movement, please? Yeah, no, there's a block. There's a block. It's funny that Ganesha is here as well. Ganesha places obstacles in your path to protect you, to send you on a different way. Action and communication and movement here is either the movement is protected, it's being shielded. This is very much shielding energy, holding on or holding back, or no, let me get another one on that 8 of Air. Tell me about that. Oh gosh, I said one. Choices. Independent choices. Wounded warrior energy. 2 of Cups energy. Because this is getting unstuck, untrapped. This person... yeah, they're being protected from lower vibrations, and as I say, it's like their escape is spiritual, a spiritual escape. You see this butterfly here, this white butterfly here, and the white feathers, the white owl, the white birds. The messages are coming from above. The movement is above. It's not in the 3D. It's not in the tangible reality. It's not down below. Everything's above. Oh yeah, look, star. This is like celestial, like galaxy. It's funny, these things come through. It could just be somebody's playing a computer game, right? Somebody could just be playing a computer game where they're like going to space. This is how things play out. Look at that as well. Like, she's using her knowledge. She's using the knowledge that she's being given to get closer, to reach higher. So it feels like somebody's ascending. The masculine's there as well. Somebody's going up, somebody's going higher. They're moving away from toxic energies. They're moving away from like 9 of Wands energy, like resilient, like... Or I feel like they are resilient. No, they are resilient. They're really strong. Just noticing how they're kind of like spiky. Again, these kind of like spiky tendrils. I may just pull a card on that as well. Let's keep the star out. Some kind of burden in regards to like missed opportunities, or this person is ignoring offers that don't suit them anymore. They're ignoring temptation. They're ignoring like emotional requests that weigh them down. I think they're going up. Queen of Fire. Yeah, it's like, it feels like ascension. What a funny reading. Queen of Fire, 2 of Air. Yeah, no, she's protected, blocked. And look at that as well, the 6 of Air. Off. Queen of Air. Look at these. No, this person's going, they're going up. They're going up and knowing the worth, self-confidence, clear boundaries, moving forward, moving on mentally. I feel like this person could be stuck in a toxic environment. They're stuck somewhere in their 3D reality where I mean, the devil energy's here. The 3D environment is not good, I want to say. So the universe is protecting them, and they can't move out of their environment physically, so therefore they're doing it spiritually, in their dreams, in their thoughts, in their imagination, and their feelings. Again, look at this white birds here, the white birds on the hands. Yeah. Okay. Advice, please. Advice, please. It feels like, oh, hello. It feels like somebody who, they've had to fight a lot of devils in their life, I want to say. They've had to fight a lot of demons. Now, the devil isn't literally the devil, right? The devil is toxic behavior patterns, our own habits, our own conditioning, you know, the way we were raised, the people we grew up around, the thoughts and opinions of the people we grew up with. I was talking about right at the start of the reading about how I grew up in a very, very smoky atmosphere. As a child, my grandparents smoked, you know, a lot. Their house was always smoky. My mother's house is very smoky. My mother and my stepdad smoke. I grew up in a pub before the smoking ban. This is not it's funny again about the, you know, the carbon. It's not a healthy thing for humans to be doing. So luckily I don't smoke. I think my dad gave up smoking when I was about 11, so I had that good role model there at that time, in that. So you know, this is somebody who against all odds perhaps broke ancestral cycles, broke toxic cycles, broke you know, again, I'm trying not to drink, and it's difficult when you grow up in a culture that does drink a lot, because people are offering you drinks quite often, you know, to not give in to those temptations. If it could be a gambling addiction, it could be spending time with people who you know are bad for you. It's whatever the temptation is. And I feel like there's multiple temptations where this person's overcoming them one by one by one by one. And again, it could be like even behavior patterns. It just came out in Leo's reading about seeing yourself as a victim, or, you know, giving your power away, or you know, I had a bad day because this person said something to me. You know, that's that person's business. You know, that's their opinion, that's their own energy. It doesn't have to have any impact on you at all if you draw your boundaries, you know, sticks and stones. So yeah, it feels like not taking the offer from the devil anymore, whatever that means, and going up, vibrationally going up. And the universe is protecting them because they're doing the work. And yeah, look at the lily pads as well, the lotus flowers. I had this image the other day about lotus flowers unfurling and unfurling and unfurling and unfurling. It's like, and with every unfurl, it's like it went higher. So it's almost like a new flower blossoming from the old flower. It could be talking about ancestry and lineage. You know, the next flower that blossoms is higher. The next flower that blossoms is higher still. So it's this constant unveiling, this constant growth, this constant vibration going upwards. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks, devil, that you may have. In fairyland and in human land, there is always enough abundance for everybody. So it's not about being better than anyone else. It's about raising the vibration of the collective. Motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. There is something you've been merely thinking about doing. Get busy and do it. So for some of you, it is something creative that you need to kind of do. If it feels divinely guided, it probably is at this time, I want to say. A week on Saturday, Virgo. A week on Saturday, please, Virgo. Crystal, look at that. Gorgeous. Balance. It's in the reverse. So somebody is unbalanced. It also talks about yin and yang, masculine and feminine. This just came through in Leo's reading with the Emperor and the Empress. Okay, balance, number 1 as well. The very first dragon. What you are experiencing in your life now is transitional. This dragon balance depicts aspects of us as a whole, our light and shadow sides. As humans, we show the world our many different sides, for we are multifaceted. There's a lot of Libra here with the crystal. I say Libra's the diamond heart, they're multifaceted. They can show lots of different sides of the personality, but at the end of the day, it's all part of the one. It's all part of the same soul. And you can shine a light through it. There's clarity, it's crystal clear. You're just looking at a different side. Again, we've got Libra with the Queen of Air there as well. We are multifaceted. It could just be somebody's on the cusp of Virgo, Libra, right? It could be that's why. We are multifaceted and can change from situation to situation. These aspects could include our compassion, frustration, love, irritation, joy, and so on. His appearance in your spread is to remind you that everything is perfect, even if the situation you find yourself in is pushing your buttons. What did I say? Somebody's in a toxic environment, but they're ascending spiritually. It's like they're escaping in the dreamscape. They're escaping within. Balance says, fear and frustration only serve one purpose, and that is to disempower devil. Life on earth is all about achieving a personal equilibrium, seeing things for what they are, balancing your daily activities and demands with time to laugh and play. You run the risk of becoming too serious and caught up in the dramas that are unfolding in your life now by not allowing yourself time to play. You have this all the time, Virgo. No work and no play. No, all work and no play make Virgo a very dull boy or girl. You can call upon my energy and wisdom to work, rest and play, right? Work, you've got the work, you're doing the work. Rest, play. You can call upon my energy and wisdom to guide you to be more balanced in how you view or feel about your situation. You cannot have darkness without light, the sun without the moon. Do you need to learn to say no, boundaries, or to look at your personal boundaries? Are they being crossed? Right? Are they being crossed? Queen of Swords. Some boundaries there. Are they being crossed too often? Perhaps you should say yes to things, which, although they make you fearful, will assist your personal and spiritual growth. Again, spiritual growth. Remember that what you are experiencing in your life now is transitional and it won't last forever. This, like much of life, is a phase, a lesson, and it too will soon pass. If you find yourself in a perplexing situation, ask for his wisdom to be bestowed upon you. Balance will guide you to understanding, to know in your heart what you can do, or indeed, if you need to do anything at all. Sometimes all that is required is patience. Just be patient. You're being protected. It's fine. I'm going to use my new deck for you as well, just because there's so much like angel celestial energy in this reading. So angels among us. Let's see what we get from this deck. So can I get a card, please, for Saturday for Virgo energy? Saturday for Virgo energy. Goddess Kuan Yin on the bottom, compassion, divine mercy, and kindness. So you've also got Angel Jophiel, joy, radiance, and what's that one? Inspiration. And Archangel Jophiel, transmutation, mercy, and violet flame. Okay, let's have a quick read. I'm not going to read the whole lot. Consecutive too. I've shuffled the deck pretty well. You can see that 30 was there, and then Archangel Michael 1. Archangel Jophiel's name means beauty of God, and she is the angel who can show you how to see beauty in all things, including yourself, again with that Libran energy. Showing you how to seek out more joy in your life. Archangel Jophiel, I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong, supports you in focusing on the positives rather than dwelling on disappointments or turning molehills into mountains. You saw the card come out. Virgos, a few of you have been doing that, and I've been talking about that in Leo's reading as well. Just to read it again. Archangel Jophiel supports you in focusing on the positives rather than dwelling on the disappointments or turning molehills into mountains. Archangel Jophiel works with the crown chakra. It's funny that I felt that, right? Guiding you to activate your own crown of light so you can live a full and radiant life. Follow your joy. Whatever lights up your heart will light up the world around you. So more fun, self-esteem, self-love, expressing your truth of who you are, expressing yourself through your own style, decorating your home. So love and beauty, very, very Venus, Libra energy. 10, Archangel Zadkiel. Archangel Zadkiel's name means righteousness of God, and he is the angel of transmutation, which means he can take one thing and completely transform it into something else. Archangel Zadkiel is one of the keepers of the violet flame, a powerful spiritual tool you can invoke and visualize moving through your physical body, auric fields, or home to transmute any negative or stuck energy. Archangel Zadkiel is also the angel of karma, mercy, and freedom. Funny about the freedom thing, right? He works with the soul star chakra to help you activate and clear your connection to source and your guides and your angels. I'm not making this up. Like literally, this is talking about your connection to these messages that are trying to come through. The oracle. Clear and transmute all negativity and stuck and stagnant energy that you have picked up, that has been sent to you, or that you have created, and then move forward with ease and grace. So clearing negativity, cutting or dissolving cords or other negative attachments. Hello, devil. Spiritually purifying your physical body, etheric body, auric fields, and your space, and clearing and healing your karma. I mean, I feel like there's two people in this reading, or there's different levels. Whoever's being protected here, I feel like they have this ability to transform negative situations or negative emotions or negative experiences, not just ignoring them, not pretending that they're not there, but taking the negative and, with the help of the universe, transforming it into something that is joyful and positive. It's very much the ability to see the glass as half full rather than the glass as half empty. Virgo, I think you sometimes, with that analytical mind of yours, you do have this tendency to fall into glass half empty energy, seeing yourself as a bit of a martyr or a victim. Be wary of that. That's not me being horrible to you. That's me saying, have self-awareness. Ask yourself, is this me? Do I do this if I'm truthful with myself, or do I not do this? I think everybody does it from time to time. So I think there is a lesson to be learned here from these. Again, it's angels on earth, angels among us. I feel like there's somebody around you who is teaching you how to turn negatives into positives, and how to transmute toxic or like poison energy. It's just funny going back to that Leo reading, and turning it into something that is more powerful, that is more beneficial, that is greater. So really interesting reading that. I hope it was helpful for you. I'm going to close it out by finding you a crystal. So let's see what you get. I've got my eyes closed. This is the Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. It's a little bit scruffy, so please forgive me for that. And we're going to find you a crystal. I'm getting two. I'm going to go here and also here. Adventurine. Green, blue, red, brown, peach. Readily available. It comes from Italy, Brazil, China, India, Russia, Tibet, and Nepal. Adventurine, I'm sorry if I say it wrong, is a very positive stone of prosperity. It has a strong connection to the Devic kingdom and is used to grid gardens or houses against geographic stress. It absorbs electromagnetic smog. That could be what I was feeling with the smog energy. And protects against environmental pollution. No way. Taped to a cell phone, it acts as protection against its emanations. This crystal diffuses negative situations and turns them around. No way. How perfect is that? I'm going to read a bit more. Psychologically, Adventurine reinforces leadership qualities and decisiveness. It promotes compassion and empathy and encourages perseverance. You have that there, right? Perseverance energy somewhere. It takes you back to the past to find the sources of disease. This stone relieves stammers and severe neurosis, bringing understanding of what lies behind the conditions. Adventuring stabilizes one's state of mind, stimulates perception, and enhances creativity. I think I have got some somewhere. Mine's more of a slightly more of that kind of colour, but more of a minty colour. Okay, and then you've also got Tiger's Eye. Cool. Tiger's Eye. Brown, yellow, pink, blue and red. Easily obtained. It comes from the United States, Mexico, India, Australia and South Africa. Tiger's Eye combines the Earth's energy with the energies of the Sun to create a high vibrational state that is nevertheless grounded, drawing the spiritual energies to Earth. Drawing the spiritual energies to Earth. It's just saying everything that I've said in the reading. Placed on the third eye, it enhances psychic abilities in earthy people, which you are, Virgo, you're an earth sign, and balances the lower chakras, stimulating the rise of Kundalini energy. You may definitely want to check that out then, and check out Kundalini energy if you want to be having a good time, Virgos. Do check out those crystals. I hope they're helpful to you. I hope the reading is helpful to you. I know that it was one of those ones that's a little bit out there. The truth is out there. They're telling me, and they're showing me X-Files. They're showing me Fox Mulder. I think let yourself be a little bit more spiritual. Let your vibration rise, right? Let yourself rest. Let yourself play. You don't have to work all the time. And just, if there is any of that martyr energy coming through, drop it. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't make you feel good at the end of the day. What does make you feel good is taking negative situations and turning them into something beneficial. However you choose to do that, whether that's turning your pain into music that benefits other people. There is something open to you here, and your spirit guides, your ancestors, angels are, I want to say, protecting you and helping you to drop the negativity and move towards the light and positivity and something that's more beneficial to the people around you. All right, I do hope that was helpful to you, Virgo. I will see you again soon, my lovelies. And trust, Leo and Virgo, you've had really long readings today. I'm meant to be doing 30-minute readings. All right, take care. Leave me a like if you like. Leave me a comment. Hit notification bell, subscribe, all that business, and I will see you again soon, Virgo. Take care. Bye bye.